Now, do you remember this code from the last module? We tested two button instances for equality and showed that they are compared using reference equality. I'm now going to modify this code so that we can easily see what the equality operator compiles to. I've pasted in two methods. These are called rButtonsEqualUp and rButtonsEqualMethod, and they are exactly the same as what we've just done with integers, except that the arguments are now buttons. And I'll change the equality testing code to call each of these methods. So we're now testing these two identical buttons for equality using the equality operator and the equals method. And if I run that, it's produced false and false. That suggests that both the operator and the method are using reference equality, and that's actually what's happening. For most reference types, the equality operator tests reference equality, not value equality, just like the equals method. But let's look at the IL now. I'll bring up ILDASM again and open the project. And go to the rButtonsEqualMethod method. And there are no surprises there. It's comparing equality by calling the virtual object equals method. And notice the method signature says this method requires an object. So this really is the object equals virtual method. This time there's no better typed alternative that the C# compiler can pick. But now look at the rButtonsEqualUp method, which uses the equality operator. It's exactly the same as the corresponding method for integers, except for the argument types. It's not calling any method to do the comparison, it's just loading the two arguments and doing a CEQ. That's dedicated IL instruction to check for equality, probably using the CPU's hardware. How does that achieve reference equality? Well, remember, button is a reference type, which means what a variable of type button contains is the address in memory of where the button actually is on the managed heap. These arguments x and y are both going to hold simple memory addresses, and addresses in memory are in fact just numbers, and that means that they can be compared using a CEQ instruction just like the integers that you declare in your code. In effect, this CEQ command is comparing the two addresses to see if they are equal. In other words, whether the references point to the same memory location. Reference equality.